What is up, VVHL Nation? It is Friday, and it is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That means two things. One, it's tippy time. Two, it's time for LiveWire. Let's go. It was an amazing week of playoff hockey, and we are in for even more. But before we start even thinking about Tuesday next week, one, I got to take my heart medication, and two, we got to talk about everything that just happened, and I'm not alone. I got the best group of beauties. You got kicking around this side of the Mississippi. Let me tell you what, we got Mr. Backblast Dan with us tonight. How you doing, Dan?
Doing good. It's Friday night. Ready to get going.
Hell yeah. With us as well, Mr. Fat Man Crying. How you doing, buddy?
Room, doing great. How are you guys doing?
Oh, doing just fine, buddy. Room. The voice of Tuesday, who's saved by us, is Mr. Wax Poetic. How you doing, buddy?
Good to be here. Can't wait to talk some playoff hockey. It's been exciting so far.
Oh, it's been an amazing week of hockey. It's been absolutely insane. And death, taxes, and the slicers in a Game 7. We got Mr. Game 7 himself right here, Mr. Hoagie. How you doing, buddy?
Death, taxes, slices, Game 7. Let's go.
That's the three things that you can count on at any point in time. Gentlemen, what a insane week of playoffs. We've never seen an opening round like this. 3 games going to Game 7 and 1 game ending 3-2. You know, normally you expect maybe a sweep here, 4-1, something like that. No, every single one of these series delivered, and they all went the distance. Dan, what games did you get to catch out this week?
Oh man. Well, I watched a lot of Tuesday night. Obviously, I checked out the Sewer Kings and Cowabunga, and I checked out the Tampa Bay Tribe. But I was watching those slicers, man. Those slicers are very sneaky. I don't think people talk about this team and this club nearly enough over the history of if you look back at the history of the VVHL, Mr. Hoagie and Buck Neeson, 2 class acts, high-level players, perennial deep playoff pushers, haven't gotten that cup yet. But the way they played was fantastic, and it was good to see them kind of come into form as the night went on.
Yes, sir. Fat Man, you are like me. You were on the outside looking in, but luckily these playoffs were ones that you kind of wanted to be watching more than anything else. What about the games you caught?
About the Sewer Kings, who were down, I believe, 0-3 and came back into Game 7 and won Game 7 on Thursday night. Is that the truth there, Mr. Dan? Backblast Dan?
I'd have to check the tape, but I do believe you're correct.
Oh, what a game that was. What a series that was. And congrats to the Sewer Kings, congrats to the Slicers, congrats to everybody, including the teams that all lost. But you know what? You guys will be back next year and be ready to go. And good luck to everyone else who's still in the playoffs this year. Boom, let's go. Let's do it.
Well said. Vroom, indeed. Wax, your Tribe, first team, on to the second round. Bravehearts pushed back really hard there, but a 90-second final of a third period changed it all. How did things work out for you guys there?
Yeah, we went into the night knowing what we needed to do, and I think we were fortunate enough. We got 2 warm-up games going in prior to that, playing against some sweaty QC boys, and I'm pretty sure Yo-Yo had 2 shutouts. So we felt really, really good going into that night. And we needed it, and I kind of knew that, and I told them that after that first game, I think we kind of took that one pretty easily, but that second game, they gave us quite a bit of fight till we pulled away at the end, but I said they're going to come back punching. They pulled out their top line, their top dogs in the last one, and they had us, but we never stopped fighting, and somehow managed to tie it up with like 40-something seconds left, got the game winner with like 12 seconds or something to go, so felt great. But yeah, our reward for that is now we get to go up against the Slicers. So, yay us, I guess. I don't know.
Speaking of the Slicers, Mr. Hogfather, again, another Game 7 for these battle-tested Slicers. Tell us about going into Thursday.
Oh, man. It was very... that's the series against the Snipers, man. Huge credit to Caustic and Biz and the rest of the team over there. That was a highly well-fought series. I didn't really get to catch many of the other series because I was way too focused on mine. Especially on Wednesday, having to make lineup changes and making sure we were not going to be down in the series, right? And I mean, it just it pushed to Thursday, and we had a great, fantastic warm up against the Blue Dragons on Thursday night, which helped us prepare for the game against South Beach.
And what a game it was. Looking at the chat, too, we got a lot of support out there for Hoagie and the Slicers. We got Adar coming in saying Hogfather with a heart. We got Not Luigi saying pulling for you and the Slicers Hogfather. We got Pigeon going Slicers cutting it up, baby. But a lone Hawks out there saying let's go Tribe. And you know what? The Tribe went in the first round. Let's talk about some of these series here. First of all, I hit the wrong goddamn button. Whoops. There we go. Tribe, Bravehearts. Bravehearts taking game 1 3-2 and really setting the stage to put the Tribe in a spot. But they fought back like the Tribe do in game 3. I think that was Mikey PTJG and I wanna say Shife. So they fought back hard in game 2, 5-3. Luigi saying, you know what? I appreciate you, Luigi. Game 3, though, Bravehearts really set the stage for a crazy, crazy Wednesday. They took game 3, 5-1 against a very, very good line from the Tribe and 3 guys that have been playing together forever. But then you got Wax, then you got Zayner, then you've got, it was Yo-Yo Hockey, or sorry, not, well, Yo-Yo was in net, but you also had, who was your winger?
Zayner, Otis.
Otis, thank
Otis.
you.
Yeah.
Hey, that's your one. Zayner, Otis, Wax, and Yo-Yo, and they went on a rampage, 7-3, 12-8, and 5-4. And the game that really, really sticks out to me is that 5-4 win in Game 6. Gentlemen, for those of you that saw it, what about the last 90 seconds of that game?
Holy smokes, man. I saw the replay of it from watching it and from rewatching the stream, and I mean, that's hero level shit, man. That's what exactly that is. It's hero level stuff and just unbelievable play.
I will say not only the 2 goals in the last 90 seconds, but it was the Bravehearts up by 2, and they had a penalty shot. And Yo-Yo stood on his head, and then boom, boom, 2 goals the other way. And then in like the last 30 seconds, take the lead and then move on to the second round. What a crazy series that was. On the other side, well, we were talking about this one a bunch.
Isn't this VVHL playoffs exactly the way that the VVHL plays, where every game is nail biting, every game is just absolutely amazing to watch and amazing to play in? Every single game is close, every single game is there, every single game is competitive. It's absolutely amazing what the VVHL, with these players and with these owners and these GMs come up with each week in and out, including in the playoffs, and it's just awesome to watch. It's really, really awesome to watch.
It's that beautiful parody that we've been talking about in the background meetings for how many seasons now, just saying, you know, the more parody is paramount. I don't know, it's only because I couldn't think of another word. But, I mean, you look at a team like the Lost Boys. They were the 6th seed going up against the reigning back-to-back champions. And like, that could have been a finals matchup, easily. But we'll talk about that one soon here. Let's get to the Slicers and Snipers. And I will tell you, one of the teams that was the most dangerous going into these playoffs was those South Beach Snipers. The absolute tear that offense was on was looking to be unstoppable. I mean, Biz, Mewtwo, Caustic. I mean, that 3-headed beast right there. And then you had J-Men, Fish, and Clutch Cookie in that for them. Hoagie, I just genuinely don't know how you guys did it.
It was a grind, man. Every game was just a grind, and you know what? I mean, it took 100% effort from both lines, and it was, like I said, just an overall fantastic series. But I mean, round 2 is gonna be even more tough, so it's just another just another stepping piece, I guess we can call it.
Yes, sir. And I want to tell you one thing we focused on going into the third period. All 3 games were going into the third period. And the one thing that absolutely drew me in was seeing a situation where playoff Wiltunic had to hold a 1-goal lead against one of the most prolific offenses we've seen in this league. And you know what? The son of a gun just went and did it. Just stood on his head for you guys. I mean, obviously you guys had great scoring and really punched back every time. But shout out to Wiltunic again for, just what he does in the playoffs. It's crazy.
And I'm so happy that I got him on my side this year. He's a great guy to have, great locker room guy. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better first round pick this season.
Absolutely. And we have another beauty joining us here on stream tonight. It is Mr. Mikey Diesel. Mikey, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, I thought I was just gonna linger in the background, and you guys weren't gonna. That was kind of my plan. Yeah.
Gotcha.
How am I doing? No, I'm doing well. This is an unpaid sponsorship ad here, but McLean's Hospital in Belmont, Massachusetts, they got me through. They got me through our reverse sweep of the series. I had to go for a tune-up and get my mind right, and yeah, we're back. We're pushing forward, man, and we're hoping this tincture kicks in so I can forget everything that happened this week.
Yeah, a bit of a gutting series there for the Moose, man. I feel so bad for you guys, but you know what? That's the beauty of the game, is how much it can friggin' hurt at the same time. Did you happen to catch any of the sniper slicers though?
Man, I didn't. It was tricky for me. I played baseball on Tuesday, so like I missed everything. I missed our own games. I missed all the games on the stream. All I caught were the scores when I was done, and then Wednesday it was pure chaos in our dressing room, man. We were trying to figure out where like people were, who might have to fill. So like everything else just fell to the wayside, and we tried to keep blinders on the game. So I missed every single other series, man. But they were barn burners from the scores I read, and obviously 3 Game 7s.
If you get a chance, man, the stream's definitely worth a look because it was some of the best hockey we've ever seen. Wax, before we move on here, have you seen any of the sniper slicers?
No, I watched. Well,
yeah, you were with me on Tuesday.
Yeah, on Tuesday, and I was.
And you were there,
I was keeping it. Yeah, you were there. No, I was casually watching on Wednesday, and I watched on Thursday as well. But yeah, I mean, just look at this spreadsheet there, the games and how they went. I mean, this looks like a typical Sicilian Slicers hoagie-led team here. You know, losing one, winning one, losing one, winning one. You know, and then just taking it at the end, figuring it all out. And I'm fairly certain, yeah, he was on Tuesday with us, and he already had the lineups all planned out. He's going for the long-term plan, if you will. So, yeah, no, I'm very impressed. The synergy that Hoagie has with Buck, and Buck was playing just phenomenal on Tuesday night. And I wasn't watching like as intently on Thursday, but I'm sure he balled out on Thursday as well. But another person I want to give a shout out to, Swoley Mammoth. Everybody be sleeping on that kid, and I always thought it was ridiculous and ludicrous. And yeah, I'm right. So take that. What? He was listening. Oh, he knows what he's doing.
Where is this here? There we are. On to what was also a just insane series. The Blue Dragons and the Lost Boys go the distance, go 7, and that game 7 went into overtime. It was intense. Fatman, did you catch any of the Dragons Lost Boys?
I did. I caught some of the games on Wednesday, and I caught the Game 7 games on Thursday night and last night. And the Game 7, I will tell you, it went into overtime. That game was an absolute barn burner. I loved absolutely. Both teams played their hearts out. Both goalies played their hearts out. All players played their hearts out. It was an absolute great game. I'm not sure if how many of you guys caught it. I know, Sean, you caught it. But, I will say this, that there was one point in that, I believe it was that game, when you had switched to a very important tie goal. I think it was less than a minute left. I believe there was less than a minute left, and it was I believe it was the somebody from the Lost Boys. I don't remember who it was, but they had a penalty shot, and the stream went directly to that penalty shot. I thought that was absolute fire that the league that we had done that. That alone was absolutely fire. That game was great. Both teams played well. Congratulations to both teams. They played very well. Congratulations to the Lost Boys for winning the series.
Yes, sir. Dunk had a plethora of huge saves. But on the other side of that, Aquino absolutely stood on his head. And the game that really stuck out for me on this one was Game 6. Because the Dragons had won, the Lost Boys had switched up their line, and they were bringing out some big guns. And all of a sudden, we saw Carney at SETI, and I believe it was, I can't remember who the third was. I think it might have been Psycho Clown, if that's where he is.
Ovi. Was it Psycho or Ovi?
Ovi they had in for Game 7, but for 6, I think they had Psycho Clown. And it was like, all right.
It was
SETI,
Psycho.
It's SETI, it's Carney. It's a chance to close out the season, the season, and move on to round 2. And the Lost Boys just played that game with so much passion, and that shows in that 8-1 win. Because it was the exact opposite of what I was expecting. Being on the other side of playoff Carney and SETI, I've seen what they do in those clutch situations. So for the Lost Boys to pull that out was crazy. And then, of course, Game 7 was just a masterpiece. Before we switch up, Dan, did you catch that game at all?
I did not. I was playing at the same time.
That's right. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Shout out to Mowski, by the way. Shout out to Mowski from Super Mariota. Scored the tie scoring goal and the game winner. Congrats, Mowski.
Oh, I forgot that they tied it up late. That was in like the last 2 minutes too, right? On a penalty shot.
Yep, it was the last minute. Yep.
Wow. Insanity. And in the last series that we covered this week, it was pendulum swinging one way and pendulum swinging all the way back the other. The Hangry Moose had taken the first 3 games of this series, followed by the Sewer Kings doing the reverse sweep, getting the next 4 in a row in some crazy games. And that Game 7, my goodness, I know it says 10-7, but it was a 1-goal game late into that game, and it was just scoring back and forth. 2-goal lead, 1-goal lead, 2-goal lead, 1-goal lead, and then eventually, in the end, those Sewer Kings held strong and ended up taking that one, and they're on to round 2. Wax, did you see any of this game?
Yeah, definitely the first 3. I did not really watch too intently because I was playing Wednesday, but yeah, I did watch the Thursday night game too. I would say I just thought it was a little uncharacteristic. The Sewer Kings didn't really seem like they had their minds right or something that first night. Just something seemed a little off. It just didn't really seem like the Sewer Kings that we had seen kind of leading up to the playoffs, where they were just surging. So. It could have just been, a change of obviously going into the playoffs. It's a whole different beast. It's a whole different animal. And give credit to the Hangry Moose. They played great in those first 3 games as well. So, but hey, sometimes it just takes the night off, make some adjustments, bring in some new folks. You get, Calablasta coming in there with the Calablasta energy. That never hurts. And yeah, they were able to capitalize, and every time, and it sucks being in that situation, and I'll say even being up 3-0 when all you need is just 1, you kind of sometimes let your foot off the gas a little bit. You maybe change the style of play, just knowing you just need to win 1 game. And 1, okay, you lose 1. Okay, we got another shot. Oh, you lose another one. Oh, okay, they're close to tied. Oh, then I tied it up. Now you're forced to a Game 7. And in Game 7s, anything can happen at that point. And you're kind of already kicking yourself a little bit for letting it get that far. So, yeah, I mean, credit to the Sewer Kings, though. They made their adjustments. They figured it out. They got on the same page chemistry-wise. Took that momentum all the way to the finish line. So, good job, Sewer Kings.
Yes, sir. And this was another series, too, where the goalies really came out to shine and really put in a lot. I know Mikey Diesel didn't get the results he wanted, but still, you watch those games, man. He made some huge saves for him. Highborn Pigeon as well, and Squad even had taken a game in net for him at some point there. And you know, if you're the Sewer Kings, you just shut down Crave Dog and Mayers, who just put up a ton of points in the previous games. So to hold them down,
Mayers
game
had a
7,
great series.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's a huge accomplishment for the Sewer Kings here. Now, everybody else here is a little biased with this next question as we look at our next round matchup. So, Fat Man, I think just you and I are gonna bet on every one of these series, but we'll see if we can coax some guys into giving us their predictions. On one side, we are going to have the top-seeded Tampa Bay Tribe against the 7th-seeded Sicilian Slicers, a Hoagie-led team versus a JG-led team. It is going to be must-see hockey. We're going to be bringing you that series starting Tuesday. On the other side, you're going to have these Sewer Kings that we were just talking about that had all that firepower. Dan on defense really holding things down, some great goaltending versus a Lost Boys team that has shown that they can take down the big dogs. So 2 amazing series on either side. Dan, you can give me a prediction for both, or if you just want to give me one for Tribe Slicers, that's just fine too.
Man, I'll talk Tribe Slicers because I don't want to. First off, I got a ton of respect for the Lost Boys. I think Mariota, who to me as an owner has done a tremendous job. He got a little teensy bitsy taste of ownership late last season by taking over a team. Went into the playoffs with them. They were not successful, but I mean, what could have been a pretty bad situation, Mariota handled it far beyond I think any of us could have expected. Him and ISO took on the Lost Boys. In my opinion, had one of the best drafts I've ever seen from like a whole team standpoint, and they have that chem. So much respect to the Lost Boys, but I'm not gonna give a prediction there. For Tribe and Slicers, these are 2 big name clubs. You got Hoagie and Buck, you got JG and Mikey PT, and all-star elite level talent galore throughout. Unbelievable goaltending. You have goal scorers. You've got some of the best defenders in the league. I'm gonna say it out loud, and I might catch some flack. I'm gonna go Slicers in 7.
Slicers in 7. You know, I don't see how it'd be foolish to bet against any of these teams right now. So, Slicers in 7's a really good guess. Prediction, I should say. Guesses.
I could nothing personal at anybody. That's just my first instinct.
No. Fat Man, Lost Boys, Sewer Kings, Tribe, Slicers. Who are you taking in each one?
Let's see. So Sewers and Lost Boys. Let's see here. So look, I'm very impressed with how the Sewer Kings down 0-3 kept everything going there, kept everything going in the last round. I think they're going to carry that momentum there. I think that they're nothing against the Lost Boys or anything like that, but I think that Sewer Kings in 6. As for the Tampa and Sicilian Slicers, look, both high-power offenses, both great defenses, both have great goalies. I'm going to go with the Tribe in 7.
The Tribe in 7. That's a darn good pick there. Wax, same thing. You don't got to tell me about Tribe Slicers, but tell me a little bit about those Sewer Kings Lost Boys.
No, I'm not going to make it. Well, I'll make one kind of prediction. And we've been saying it all year, and I think the first round just sums it up for me. I mean, I think any of these teams are capable of winning it all. So, I can guarantee it's going to be exciting. That's one thing I can guarantee. But I think, I'll start on our side. I mean, with the Tribe and the Slicers, I'm going to tell you this, and then I'll follow it up. This is my prediction. I feel like if the Slicers make it past that series, they're going to win it all. I think this is their year. I felt that for some time now. Seeing kind of how they started out, and then they kind of picked it up and got it back together again. But I just see so much chem on that team, and I love what Hoagie does year after year. They're always in it. Calling a shot, and just never seemed rattled, even being down in a series going into the next night, pushing it to a game 7, just finds a way to get it done. And it's always impressed me. So I feel like deep down, if they get through that series, they're going to win it all. But I'll also caveat that by saying I'm terrible at predictions, and usually whatever I say is completely wrong. So I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I'm not sure. As far as the other series, the Sewer Kings, yeah, I mean, I don't think it can be understated, the type of momentum and what that can do for you, being down 3-0 in a series and somehow coming back and doing a reverse sweep and closing it out, what that can do for a team moving forward. So considering, again, watching the first 3 games, I thought it was a little out of character for them. It's something just didn't seem right. But if those things are all fixed, which it appears to be the case, then I think this is going to be a vastly different series. I don't imagine them going down 3-0 in that one. But yeah, I think either one of these series can go either way, but I do think both series are going to go the distance, at least 6 games or 7 games. Hopefully 2 game 7s. That would be super exciting. I'm sure everybody would love that. I would hate it, but I'm here for it. So I'm just excited to see what happens. I'm just along for the ride at this point. I've got no predictions.
Mr. Hoagie, what about yourself?
Oh boy. Well, I'll start off with my series. I mean, it's gonna be a hell of a battle. I respect, JG and Mikey PT. I mean, they're another veteran ownership that has been, along with myself and Buck, that have been in this league for many seasons now, right? And they've always picked one hell of a team every year. And this season, they have a fantastic team, and it's going to be a grind, and I'm looking forward to having fun. Don't know what the outcome's going to be. I'm not going to predict that because it's my series, but I'm looking forward to having a great battle against the Tribe. The other series, those are very 2 great teams. I don't know if I can pick a winner right now because it's that tough, but I think it's either going to go 6 or 7 games. I think it's going to be a dogfight in both series, and it's gonna be a battle.
I'm going to get spicy. And I'm going to put my name on the line on this one. I think this, Wax, I'm going to give you a little added motivation on this one here. I'm also saying Slicers in 7, but I'm also going to say that we're going to see 3 wins for one team on a Tuesday, 3 wins for the other team on a Wednesday. And then I think Death Taxes and a Slicers game 7 comes true. And I think we're going to see the Slicers back in the final. On the other side, Dan, I'm going to give you some extra motivation here, but I got to stay true to my heart on this one. I think the Lost Boys are taking that one also in 7. I think there's going to be a mishmash of wins and losses across the side, but after seeing what that Lost Boys line can do, especially with Aquino, who finally got his internet fixed, I think those Lost Boys just bring so much to the table, especially with that performance from the Blue Dragons. But both teams are more than capable of proving me a fool. So it's just gonna. I just want it to be Tuesday. Actually, no, because it's Friday, so I want my weekend. But then I want it to be Tuesday. You hear me? But there's just a wealth of talent in the finals. It is going to be a great time. Gentlemen, I think that brings us to the end of Livewire for a Friday. We're not really doing points. We're just doing roundtable talk right now because there's a lot of great action that has happened and that will happen. So why don't we hit a quick roundtable here, and then let's go enjoy our weekend, eh? Mr. Backlash Dan, start us off.
No, I mean, unbelievable night or unbelievable week for just the league in general. The amount of competitive hockey that we had. I mean, I know a lot of people had some late nights and a couple cocktails and a little vroom after some of those games. But shout out to the community for bringing such a high level of play. The sportsmanship that we saw in the community, in the Gen chat during games this morning was really awesome to see. And with that, we have sign-up still active. Season 8 is right around the corner. Not to look past the playoffs right now. We still have 2 more weeks of playoffs, but right after that, Season 8 is coming. So if you haven't signed up, you have till the 25th. Owner applications going to be shutting down here shortly. So if you plan on being an owner, please make sure you get your application in. Other than that, man, things are it's going to be a really, really fun upcoming week, and I'm excited for our semifinal round.
Oh, it's going to be great, man. And best luck to you guys. Absolutely did a great job there in that series. I know Dex is going to make me look like an absolute fool, but I like getting spicy with predictions. Fat Man, how about yourself?
Well, first I want to say congratulations to everybody that his group made it to round 2, and I'm rooting for every single one of you, not just any teams, but every single one of you to come through. But I also want to say that what a great community we have. Everybody that I have talked to, whether it be through voice chat, through DMs, through whatever, absolutely loves this league, absolutely loves the community that has been built here. And you know what? It's very important. I've been here since season 2, and every season the hockey and gets better and better and better, and the people get better and better and better, and it's just a great atmosphere and a great place to play. And I'm ecstatic over everybody here in this league, and I build relationships here, and it's just a league that is just great, and it's a vroom all the way, and congratulations to everybody. Thank you all.
vroom all the way. You fucking rock, Fat Man. Mr. Wax Poetic, how about yourself?
Yeah, I'll second that. Just congratulations to everybody that's made it to the semifinals. I think the ownership groups that we've got here, JG, Mikey PT, you got Hoagie and Buck, you got BMAC and Showstopper, and you got ISO and Mariota. I'm gonna be super excited for any of those groups and their players. Whoever wins the cup, definitely well deserved. And I think these 2 series coming up are going to be some real barn burners. Might end up in the record books for the VVHL is some really good noteworthy series here. So excited to do that. And with Buck being my one of my personal heroes, it'll be an honor to be sharing the same arena as him, the same ice, and skating up against that. But yeah, everybody's gonna go out there. We're gonna give it our all, and at the end of the day, whoever wins, we're gonna line up, shake hands, and I'm just super excited and super happy for all these teams, and I really, truly, honestly wish the best luck to everyone. So, yeah, let's go get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. MWM, which team is Tunic on this season? Well, he is on the Sicilian Slicers. And speaking of Sicilian Slicers, Hoagie, anything to say before we go?
I will also add, congratulations to all the teams. It's been one hell of a season. I mean, it's been said many times before, the parity in this league. I mean, just 3 Game 7s in round 1 is just fantastic for the league. I mean, it just shows that there were a lot of great drafted teams this season, and a lot of great management staff that knew what they were doing and had a game plan going into the season. But it's not over. It's the Final 4, right? So, I mean, it's gonna be a battle for both series, and you know what? I'm looking forward to being able to partake in it, and good luck to everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Adar, we got JO3 and Pigpen. Thank you guys for the kind words there, boys. Hope you're having a great Friday. Just to reiterate what's been already said. I mean, I was looking at the chat after some hyper emotional Game 7s, and it was nothing but love, respect, and GG's all around. And you know what? That warms this cold, dead heart. I'll tell you that much. Well, everybody, hey, it's Friday. We just had the best first week in VVHL history when it comes to playoffs. We are going to be bringing you everything on Tuesday. Tribe versus the Slicers, Sewer Kings versus the Lost Boys. One look at all these rosters, and you realize that there is nothing but an unstoppable force meeting an unmovable object, and we're going to watch them collide together on Tuesday. First of all, thank you so much to Infinite Madness for the graphics again. The dude is just awesome. I swear to God, he's got these graphics for me like as the final whistle goes on the ice. So shout out Infinite if you're out there. Appreciate the heck out of you, buddy. Dan, thank you for being here. Fat Man, thank you for joining. Pleasure as always. Wax, thank you so much. And Hoagie, Okay, thank you so much for being here. Good luck to all you guys. It is going to be great. Again, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be bringing you split screen as we watch these teams just collide. It's going to be like splitting the atom levels of energy on the ice. So join us here. It's going to be a great time. Happy Friday to you all. Enjoy your weekend. It's going to be a great time. We'll see you here on Tuesday. I'm trying to think of things to say while I'm scrolling and trying to find the ending screen. There it is. Y'all take care. Have a great weekend. We love you. Peace out, everybody.